Okay, guys, so welcome to the first Fireman video. I have been doing death entries just to be a quick video, but this is probably more of a bigger video and stuff like that. My phone kind of dying and stuff like that. Time recording the video, but I gonna have no time to explain that shit. But yeah, I'm gonna do re-explaining how I made the thumbnail a bit better and more advertising and stuff now. And stuff. I'm definitely needing more time when it comes to this project and stuff and sharing things from it because there's a lot of information to do. And I want to make sure the information is good and stuff. But in this video, we are going to talk about the statuses and stuff, and things like that. I do want to do a bigger video talking about the types in the future and stuff like that. Once I get more of the set senses of how I want to do. I want to do the video similar to this one, pretty much more detailed, with a chart and stuff like that. Probably gonna have the chart on the screen and stuff like that, and things like that. But yeah, so if you don't know, I created Fireman. Well, I say around 2018. Around 2018. It been like 8 years ago. Wow. By the time you seen the video and stuff like that. And things. I think I originally casted the project and stuff like that, bring it back around 2020 and stuff like that, with all the creatures design and stuff like that. I don't know. I got a lot of creature collector things and things like that, but yeah. And eventually, I did start off a channel and stuff with the creatures and stuff. So today we're gonna go over the statuses and stuff like that. If you're interested in the project, you might want to subscribe and stuff like that. And you get to see rough ideas and projects and stuff like that. I want to get that general feel as I return back to the project more fully and stuff like that now. So, we still got burn. As you might know from Pokemon, lower physical move by 10% and damage opponent each turn by 5%. Then they're poison, lower physical move by 5% though, and damage opponent every turn by 10%. Essentially, it might change if we actually do the game. I've been off the game deving a little bit, but I'm trying to return. But I still pre-recording some videos here and there at time of recording this, and then so hopefully I have time eventually to get back to it to get more updates to like side games and stuff like that. Cause I know I got Fighter Mom run on this. And so I have a Fighter Mom version of Pong as well that I want to show and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyways, I ran me a bit. Next up will be Drowsy and stuff. So we got some similar to sleep, but we also got sleep. You're gonna see after a while. So the opponent is getting sleepy. So actually it loaded by 10%. Again, this due to changes and stuff like that for the most part. We got Frostbite. The opponent is getting cold, so actually loaded by 5% and get damage every turn by 10%. And then we got Rare Frozen. The opponent is frozen to 1 to 6 turn. I think in Pokemon it was 1 to 5 turn, but in here it 1 to 6. Because I like even numbers. That's for the most part. Paralyzed. The opponent had a 40% chance of not attacking at all. Simple enough. Sleepy. The opponent is asleep for a 1 to 5 turns, so it's typical Pokemon right there. Now then when we get to more statuses for each typing and stuff, I think the most inspired by those videos and things, if I remember correctly. But Moody should be the DNA one, with pretty much carrying it to normal. So they're probably not gonna go on Instagram. The video gonna be a bit too long and stuff. I might just post a chart on Instagram. I don't know, and stuff like that. As I play, dang it is coming down out there. I'm pretty sure it's snow. Might be a miss of rain as well. Anywho, Moody. The opponent is getting moody. It won't attack 25% of the time, so not as bad as the paralyzing. Sticky. So this we got food, so I get food kind of more like fairy type and like Pokemon, but we also got love, so we'll be gonna get into in the next one. But yeah, there's a food type, and I did that in my faking my region, 2 of them. The AI kind of base one, and I think a tier with in my project where I create a Pokédex for 1 month, and that was October. I tiered and stuff. So yeah. I need food and dream are the two I did. So yeah, I didn't drowsy. I got the graph on the screen. It covers like the dream type too. So yeah, that kind of is status. But yeah, sticky, the opponent is stuck and won't be able to tap 10% of the time, and you can't switch out. I feel like that was pretty good. And that way we get to admiration. That should be considering like a status. The opponent is in love and won't be able to tap by 20%. I might lower to 15%, but your tap are also lower by 10%. So I could lower by 5% a bit. I feel like get depending how the typings are going to interact and how balancing going to work more or less. I think we also got hungry though. The opponent get hungry and one type 5% of the time, and food is immune to the status. So yeah, I did kind of what poison, and I think still kind of don't get affected by poison or something like that. Uh, yeah. Horrified, kind of like the monster. I'm pretty sure. The opponent gets scared, boosting death and monster souls moves. Again, I gotta change the wording because I might instead of type we gonna call them souls and be more like a soul collector. I don't know, soul collector thing, and so like that. I don't know. It gonna become very important and stuff. Why we don't call it like typing anymore, especially when we dealing with like the newer creatures and stuff like that would come to it. We again still working on that video and stuff like that, but there's souls and there's our spirits. I will say that. But yeah, that is horrified, right? Lastly, we got Dizzy. The opponent is Dizzy for 1 through 8 turn and has 50% chance of hitting itself. I think this is good. I don't got all of them yet panning out, but I feel like some of the later ones are a bit more harder to get, so they can be a bit more OP and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm still working on like the balancing of the typing. Some have the advantages here, some might have the advantages there. That type of feel. But yeah, that's it for this video. There's gonna be that video coming out in January. I'm pretty sure, hopefully. And yeah, peace.